Before maps were printed, before explorers crossed oceans, sailors feared the open sea. They hugged coastlines, watched the stars, and prayed the wind wouldn't carry them too far from what they knew. The ocean was vast, mysterious, and merciless. But then came the compass, a simple needle floating on water or suspended in a box, always pointing north. It didn't look like much, but it changed everything. The compass is believed to have originated in China as early as the 2nd century BCE. At first, it wasn't used by sailors, but by mystics. It aligned homes with the Earth's energy, guided rituals, and offered harmony through feng shui. It was a spiritual tool before it became a navigational one, but eventually it found its way to the sea. By the 11th century, Chinese navigators were using it aboard ships, not to find treasure, but to find direction. In a world without GPS, without lighthouses, without even reliable maps, this one invention gave sailors the courage to sail beyond the horizon. It gave them certainty in uncertainty. Soon, the compass moved westward, along the Silk Road, hidden in trade caravans, carried in the minds of travelers. Arab scholars improved it, documented its use, and brought it into the Islamic world's golden age of science and exploration. By the 13th century, it had reached Europe, and history would never be the same. With it came the age of discovery. Now, sailors could cross open oceans without needing stars or familiar shores. They followed the compass through storms, through darkness, through silence. It led Marco Polo eastward. It pointed Vasco da Gama around Africa to India. It gave Columbus the courage to cross the Atlantic, not knowing what or who waited on the other side. The compass turned the sea from a barrier into a bridge. One needle, one direction, infinite possibilities. But the compass wasn't just a tool, it became a symbol of courage, of curiosity, of risk and ambition. With it, empires grew, maps expanded, cultures met, sometimes with trade, sometimes with violence, and the world grew smaller and more complex. But even as borders shifted and ships grew stronger, that tiny needle kept pointing true, unwavering, in a world full of uncertainty. And it didn't just guide ships, it guided ideas. It helped build the first global economy. It connected continents. It rewrote the human story. Today, satellites orbit above us. GPS speaks from our phones. And yet we still trust that same principle: orientation, direction, purpose. The compass reminds us that long before technology, before engines and electronics, humanity looked outward and dared to follow a trembling needle in a wooden box. It didn't just guide explorers across the sea, it guided them into the unknown. And even now, it still points the way.